Hello everyone, and welcome. Well, it's been a while. It's been a really weird summer. I'm out here today for two purposes. One, Anne was listening to a podcast. She loves to listen to stories about way back in the 1800s. And in one of their stories, one of the guys was explaining how he made a log cabin fire. And she was curious because I've never really used the log cabin fire. I like the upside down fire because I prep it, I light it, and then I can go about doing camp chores and not worry about it. Well, apparently the log cabin fire is pretty much the same thing. You can set it, light it, and forget about it for a while. So today, that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm lighting a log cabin fire, and then I'm going to have a little bit of lunch. Once the fire is lit, I will do a little bit of a channel update and explain what's been going on this summer and why I haven't been filming as much as I normally do. But let's start by setting up the chair, and then we're going to gather the things we need to light this fire. Now, I'm in that spot that I had prepped for Anne and I, so I have a lot of firewood cut, hidden in the back here. It's still there. I will get some of that, but I need birch bark and I need very fine twigs, kindling, to be able to set this fire. You will have noticed I set up the chair. I brought up a pail of water. I got some of my bigger firewood that I had stashed in the back. I gathered birch bark and I put it in my pouch. These are the bigger, chunkier pieces. In my pocket, I put a little bit of the very, very fine stuff, whatever I found that was really fine, because that's what I'm going to use to light the fire initially. And I gathered a whole bunch of twigs. This fire is supposed to be very good for cooking, and it lasts quite a while. But there is some setup to it. So I'm going to bring in the camera, tip it down to the fire pit, and you can watch me build this fire and see how it goes. It's basically just 2 logs, 2 logs, 2 logs, and you keep doing that, and you keep putting tinder and kindling in the center, and then when you light it, it gets a lot of airflow, and it burns quite well. So let me get you in closer, and we'll see if we can't get this thing lit. So you start with 2 logs this way, 2 logs that way. Add in some of your birch bark. A little bit of kindling. 2 more logs. Two more. A bit more birch bark. Bit more kindling. Now, as I'm coming up, I'm trying to bring it in just a little closer. And eventually, you want to close up the top. But this leaves lots of room for air through all the spots here, which will give your fire a lot of oxygen, and it'll really help it to burn. Now I'm going to take one of my pieces of birch bark . Pull out a bunch of this really fine stuff. Now I'm going to light this and then just tuck it underneath and let it catch the rest. So here we have that log cabin fire, and it's burning beautifully. And as this burns down, it'll give you a great bed of coals for cooking. But in my case today, I'm just boiling water, so I can just stick my tripod over this and start boiling water just about instantly. So you can already see I've got the tripod set up. And lunch today is going to be very simple. Ramen noodles and a can of flakes of ham. I'm gonna boil the water, and once I put the noodles in, I will open up the flakes of ham and throw that in as well and warm it up. Quick and easy lunch. While we wait for that, it's update time. What's been going on? Why have I not been filming? Well, I explained earlier in the spring how Anne had a sore back. I was setting up this spot so that we could camp next to the car, bring the hammocks, make it a little easier and a little more comfortable for her. Well, every weekend that we had an opportunity to come out, it would rain. And if she's only going to get a couple of camping trips in the season this year, I wanted it to be on a nice weekend where she could actually relax and enjoy herself. Mother Nature just did not have it in the cards for us to come out. Even now, it's spitting a little bit. It's not supposed to rain today, but this isn't a rain, it's just a little sprinkle. And I can see the sun, so it's not going to sprinkle for long. But that's basically been what's going on, is it's been raining on weekends, so we haven't been able to get out. And because she was on holidays, I was trying to stay home and make it a little more interesting for her instead of letting her be stuck in the house by herself. Now she's doing a lot better. But now that we're into September, she's gone back to work, which means she may do a couple of camping trips with me this fall, but a lot of times she's going to be tired. So when she's tired and wants to stay home, I will be coming out a lot more. I will be trying to go back to a regular filming schedule. But we're going to have to see how it goes. Now, that being said, Anne did get one good camping trip in so far. But we went with my sister and my brother-in-law and my niece. And we had another of our nieces that came in just for the day. She didn't want to spend the night, so she'd come and spend the day and then go home, and then come and spend the day and go home. We had a fantastic time. I made a stew, which was delicious. My sister made dumplings to put into my stew. Oh, I'll be doing that again. That was really good. But because there was so much family around and we were camped in a large area and there was 2 other campers there that basically had their generators running almost the entire time, it just made it difficult to film, and I decided to just enjoy the weekend and make sure Anne had a very good time. And we did. There was lots of laughs. Anne got up one morning And she had brought herself some boiled eggs for just a quick little snack to eat in the morning while waiting for lunch. She went and got herself her 2 boiled eggs, came and sat with us, smacked them together to crack the shells, and realized she didn't grab the boiled eggs. She brought the uncooked eggs that I had brought in case we wanted bacon and eggs one morning. Oh, so now there's raw egg all over. The following afternoon, we're all sitting around, and Anne got up to go get something, and my brother-in-law warned her, watch your step. The little dog did his business over there. Don't step in the pile. Anne takes off. She goes to do whatever she was doing. She comes back and sits with us and picks up her foot. She was walking barefoot, and she picks up her foot, and she's scraping at her foot and going, oh, I think I stepped in mud. My brother-in-law looks over and goes, yeah, no, that wasn't mud. That was the pile I told you not to step in. So now it's all over her hands and her feet, so she has to go in the river to wash. We got a good chuckle there. Oh. That night, it's dark out. I'm getting ready for bed. And somebody had built an outhouse in the woods not far off that field. But it's just a wooden box with a new toilet seat on it. They had wrapped it with a tarp, but the tarp was gone. But it's dark. Nobody's going to see what I'm doing. So I walk over there. I shine my light in the hole. Nothing in there. Perfect. Sit down. Do what I got to do. As I'm finishing up, I can hear rustling in the box. I get up. And as soon as I stood up, a frog jumped out of the hole. Poor frog was covered. Oh, so all in all, it was a pretty crappy weekend. Oh, a lot of laughs. We're hoping to go with them again one more time before it gets a little too cool, because they're using a 5th wheel and they don't like to go once it's too cold. So, with any luck, we'll get another trip with them this year. If not, there's always next year. But I am going to try to go back to my regular filming schedule. There'll be day trips. There'll be camping trips. I have a couple of trips in mind. I may come back here with Anne. If for some reason Mother Nature does not let us, once it gets colder, I've got all the firewood. I may come back with my hot tent. But now, and to get that lunch ready, I got to go get my gloves. And we'll have a bite to eat. I think it's been long enough now. I think this is pretty much ready. Now, when I eat my ramen noodles, I like to pour the water out. Then I add the flavor packet and stir it up. I like to eat the noodles. Don't really want the soup. Mother Nature can't seem to make up her mind. It was sunny a minute ago. Now I'm getting a couple of little drops of rain. But I see clear spots in the sky, so that cloud's going to move and I'm going to be in the sun again. Oh well, makes the trip interesting. Now, all summer long, Anne kept telling me, oh, even if it's raining, you should go and enjoy yourself. I'm the one who kept telling her, no, you're on holidays, you're at home. I'll stay home with you and we'll try and do something to make it as enjoyable as possible. We did have that trip to Sault Ste. Marie where we took the Agawa train. Oh, that was a fantastic trip. We loved it. We'd like to go back. When you get to the park, you only have 45 minutes to explore everything. Well, we got most of it, but there's a couple of the bigger trails that we didn't tackle because we were running short on time. And with Anne's back being the way it was, we didn't want to push it. We're hoping to do it again at some point and tackle those two trails that we missed. One of them is a set of stairs that leads up to a lookout, but there's like 300 steps, which is why we didn't tackle it. But next time we go, now that we've seen all the close stuff, we can just jump right onto that trail and go right up there and see how that goes. Ooh, nice and hot. There's a little bit of that ham. Perfect. A nice hearty lunch. All right, I'm gonna finish this up. I'll bring you back in a bit. Well, lunch was filling. It did the trick. And once again, it's just ramen noodles and canned ham. But when you cook it over a fire, it always tastes so much better. Okay, Smoke, you were going that way. Why are you coming back this way now? Oh, it's because I'm filming. That explains it. And if you're wondering what this is, I'm testing out a new mic. Not sure how I'm gonna like it. I've listened to a few of the clips and it sounds okay. I just don't like the fact that it's just a little magnet that holds the whole mic on. It's a strong magnet. But I'm worried about something hitting it too hard and knocking it off. It just means I'll have to be more careful about how I'm using it. I kept my other mic. What I may do is, when I'm doing physical stuff in the woods, put the other mic on And when I'm sitting and talking, use this one. But I'm going to keep playing with it and testing it, and we'll see how it goes down the line. I'm also curious to see how well it's going to work in the cold. But that's for another video down the road, after I've used it a while more and see how it goes. But I think that's going to be pretty much the end of this one. I wanted to show the log cabin fire for Anne. And I wanted to have a bit of lunch while I'm out here and give you guys an update on what's been happening. Like I said earlier, now that Anne's back to work, I'll be spending more time out here. Either day trips or camping trips. I will try and get her to come with me a few times before it gets too cold. But we'll have to see how it works and what kind of mood Mother Nature is in. But I want to thank you all for coming along. Always a pleasure having you with me. We always have a good time. And if you liked what you saw, go ahead and hit that like button. If you want to see more of it, hit the subscribe button. And if you're going to do that, you may as well hit the notification bell. When you do, there'll be a drop-down menu. In that menu, select all. That should let you know whenever we put out a new video. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one.